All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I wanted to make a quick video today, just talking about how I would deal with DCing in general, like if I was Blizzard in like hardcore. So I thought about this a bit, and the simplest solution I can possibly think of course, it would be to allow basically log out in combat, but make it like 10 seconds. But I would make it like shorter for certain classes and longer for other classes based on their armor level. And more specifically, what I would do is I would make it so the game is constantly checking to see if you're on, if you're active or not. And basically, it would be like, how would I want it done? Yeah, it would. I would. I would want the game to recognize that I am DC'd very quickly, and then to start, basically start that DC timer immediately. And if I haven't made an action or done anything in the last, like, 10 seconds or so, it would just automatically log me out after 10 seconds. So that's one way you could do it. But I think a much better strategy would basically be something similar, except rather than it logging you out, it divine interventions you. So if you don't know what the hell that is, that's a paladin ability that like it normally it kills the paladin, but it puts a shield on the player that makes them invulnerable from all attacks, and no, the mobs don't aggro onto it at all until that shield is removed. Basically, all the mobs treat you, for all extents and purposes, like you're dead, or you basically feign death on your paladin. I'm gonna pull it up over here. Really hard to use because it kills you. And spellbook abilities, holy. Where the hell is divine intervention? Divine favor. Divine intervention. Where are you at? You can tell I'm a terrible paladin because I don't even have it on my bars. It's around here somewhere. I never use it. What the fuck? Lay on hands, redemption, purification. Seriously? It's in protection? For reals? What the hell's divine intervention? There we go. Denas, divine protection. Divine intervention. There we go. Okay. 40-yard range, 1 hour cooldown, symbol of divinity, blah, blah, blah. Paladin sacrifices himself to remove the target party member from harm's way. Enemies will stop attacking the protected party member, who will be immune to all harmful attacks but cannot take any action for 3 minutes. It forces you to sit there like a dumbass for 3 minutes, basically. So what I think would be really interesting is if the game, I would want the game to very quickly register that I have DC'd, and for it to basically divine intervention me after a few seconds, right? And I would want that response time to be based upon my armor class, basically. So if I was a cloth wearer, for example, then I'd want that timer to be like 5 seconds. But if I was a plate mail wearer, I'd want that timer to be more like 10 seconds. Because 10 seconds of time for a mage is not the exact, mage being DC'd is not the exact same thing as 10 seconds for a plate wearing shielded paladin, 10 seconds, right? But then I'd want it to basically, rather than logging you out, it divine interventions you right on the spot, and then it goes to like its normal log out timer kind of a thing, right? So if you don't know, the normal logout timer, I think is something like, if you haven't been back for like, if you've been DC'd for like 5 minutes, that it logs you out normally, or something stupid like that. Or AFK for 5 minutes, then it logs you out normally. Um, why I like the whole divine intervention thing is because there's a real danger when you DC. Like let's say you DC and they actually log you out after like 10 seconds after you DC, right? Well, when you log back in, there's a real danger that you're still in the middle of like, 4 or 5 mobs, you're low health, you're low mana, and they start dogpiling you, and you're like, oh shit. And what's even worse is if you have a bad internet connection or a slow computer or something like that, then what happens is, I'm sure you've noticed this, your character comes into the world first, And then there's a few seconds that go by, and then you can start taking actions, right? Like then you as the player can actually see what the hell is going on. So what happens is when you log back into the world, by the time you even see anything on your screen, there's already these 3 damn mobs that are attacking you because you were standing in the middle of their aggro range, which means your character entered the world, and the mobs went, oh shit, it's a guy. I'm going to run at him. We're going to attack his bitch ass. And then suddenly you log in as the player and you're like, oh, I'm being attacked by like 3 mobs. This fucking sucks. And then you fucking die. Whereas by comparison, if it DI'd you, when you log back in, you'd be in a divine intervention bubble. You could take stock of the situation, look around you, be like, and so forth and so on. It's also not good protection, if that makes any sense. Meaning, what am I trying to say here? I'm trying to say that the quickness of the logout when you DC. So like, let's say you jumped up and like ripped the cord out of your computer, or Alt F4 DC'd or something like that, right? Which I think if it was me, I hit the Windows key, I click this, I click that, and it DCs me immediately. And then you can try to come back in again. Yeah, so I'm literally rather than doing the whole rip your cord out of your computer thing, you Alt Tab delete, have a macro for it or some crap like that. I don't know. But what I like about it is that you don't lose the direness of this. It's not a get out of jail free card. You don't lose the direness of the situation. Just because you can quote unquote log out that quickly, because technically your character's not logged out. He's just been DI'd for like 3 minutes or some crap like that. So when you come back in, you'd be in a DI bubble, and the situation hasn't improved, but neither is it nightmarish, as in you log in and 3 mobs are attacking you and then you die. So you have plenty of time for all that angst, all that drama of sitting there looking in a DI, looking at your potential death, going, oh shit, what the fuck do I do? Because how you deal with DIs is you right-click them off of you prematurely, and then you go and do things. I'm not entirely sure if you regenerate health and mana slowly while you're in the DI. I would have to go test it. But I think that would make the quickness of the logout not a get out of jail free card, and it would also preserve the drama involved of trying to survive the situation, and which I think is really important for like the hardcore community in general, like where you can make all those YouTube videos and stuff. So you can have like a YouTube video, like the hardcore death thing where the guy DCs, he comes back in, he's in a DI. You have plenty of time to look around and go, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. What do I do? What do I do? What do I got? What do I got? What can I do? Can I even do anything? Fuck, 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 fuck. That kind of a whole scenario, that kind of drama. Otherwise, the drama would be, I DC'd. Okay, cool. The game, quote unquote, saved my life in the DC. I can't log back in because I know where I am in the world. So one of two things is happening. One, either my character died, or two, he's alive by the hairs on his chinny chin chin chin, logged out in the middle of like 3 mobs with like 5 hit points. Okay, cool. I'm like a mage or something, right? I can't log back into the game because what will happen is I won't even be able to take an action before all the mobs are on top of me, and then I die. Congratulations, that sucks. But, or my second option, and this is still, So second option is I don't log back in at all. I have a high-level friend or friends come out to that area, murder all the mobs in the location so that I can log back in and not die like a bitch, right? That would be option number 2. Whereas what the DI does is the DI is basically encouraging you to log back in and try to deal with the situation immediately. Because like you can keep the normal logout mechanics in play basically. Because again, if you stay logged out under those circumstances, the game actually won't log you out for something stupid like 5 minutes. And DI ends after 3 minutes, right? You follow me on this? So if you do not log back into your character to try to deal with the situation that you have found yourself in, yes, they've given you a DI. It's super powerful. Odds are your health and mana will slowly be regenerating over time. They could actually change the nature of that DI so that your health and mana don't regenerate slowly over time while you're in it. But if you do not log back into your character within the 3 minutes and attempt to deal with the situation, what will end up happening to your character is the DI will fall off. The game will not have registered you as having logged out yet because it takes like 5 minutes, and then you will fucking die. So there really isn't a chance for you to call for friends for help unless they're literally like 3 minutes away from you, type of a scenario. So again, you get to preserve all that angst and all that drama and the true sensation of like hardcore and so forth and so on. So yeah, in short, I'm kind of digging, musing around about the idea of having quick logout features, but when you DC, but they just they DI you, if that makes any sense. Other things that you could do is maybe that might not work though. Huh. Nah. If that was difficult to program, I was thinking about having a DI option for the character like on the login screen. But that might be a little difficult to get to quickly enough. So like you log in, but you haven't actually logged into your character yet, and there's a button there that says DI, and you just click it, and it will immediately divine intervention your character. Obviously, you'd have to have like a cooldown on the divine intervention. So it wouldn't be like let me keep DIing myself over and over and over again for an hour until my friends show up and save my ass. No, you get that 3 minute DI, and then it goes on cooldown for like 5 minutes is basically how I would do it. Yeah. Just in case you DC a second time and are just having like you want to kill yourself kind of a life. Right, so that's my thoughts on that. I'm curious what you guys think. There was one other thing I wanted to talk about. Oh, right, I remember now. So this is Paladin specific now that I'm talking about here. So let's say it's worst case scenario. Chibi. Who the hell is Chibi? Is that Ichi character? Yeah, that's his damn mage. Okay. Ichibi. Yeah, okay. Chibi is now Ichibi. When I was doing my whole ranking thing, there was this Super Chad Warrior I ended up becoming friends with, going for rank 14 named Ichibi, and you can see I got him right there. I just added him the other day. I was like, what the hell, Chibi? Alright, so one cool thing about Paladin that you can do, and this is not going to be the greatest showcase of it, but if it was up to me, like let's say it's a worst case scenario, and Blizzard gives the hardcore community the middle finger, and you just have to deal with logout options as is, kind of a thing, right? What I would highly suggest as a paladin, and this is especially becomes the case when you start getting Blessing of Sanctuary. I'm a huge fan of Blessing of Sanctuary. Holy crap, do I love Blessing of Sanctuary. But you'll begin noticing weird things on your paladin. Let's, do I actually want a decent shield here? Sure, we'll get a decent shield. We'll go with Demon Forge Breastplate and so forth and so on. Let's get some decent stuff going here. I'm missing other bits and stuff that I could do that I would talk about. But what I'm trying to explain is that it's actually very easy for you as a paladin to gear yourself in such a manner that it literally doesn't matter if you DC or not. You'll survive anyways. This comes with a bit of caveats, though. So, for example, by far the easiest way to deal with DC issues for anybody is to play with another human being, right? Because the odds of you both DCing at the same time are going to be stupidly low, because I have DC issues, personally, which means I definitely probably need to play with another human being, which is perfectly fine. But if I wasn't playing with another human being, I would need to be very mindful as a person who DCs, because I live in China, right? Not Chinese, I just live in China. From Alaska, actually. DC, DC, DC. Right. So I have to be very mindful what I'm attacking. I wouldn't want to attack humanoid mobs that run away from me while I'm under threat of DCing and I'm alone, right? That would be a bad idea. But mobs like these things one-on-one in certain gear, you can literally DC and it won't matter. You will actually just survive them anyways. And we're going to showcase this for a second. I'm actually going to turn off the sound while I talk. I should have been doing this for a while, actually. What the fuck? Excuse me, game? Alright, system, sound. Alright, cool. So basically, you can actually gear yourself in such a way as a paladin that you can literally not die for a million years while DC'd, and actually the enemy target will effectively kill themselves. This is worst case scenario, right? The enemy target will essentially kill themselves long before, seriously, don't do it. Don't do it. Well, let's go someplace else. Sheesh. All right. Yeah, so the enemy target will actually kill themselves before... What I'm trying to say is, if you were DC'd for 5 minutes, there's a really good chance you live anyways. I know you've experienced this if you've ever played Paladin before. So let's talk about things that I could do better. And that's basically how I would deal with it. So if I was playing with a friend, I would feel much more confident about doing all kinds of content, despite the fact that I'm a DC bitch boy. But if I was solo, or if I had to play solo without my friend around for some reason, I'd be very careful where I attack mobs. Like, this is a bad place to attack mobs because they like to patrol around like crazy. I would attack mobs one at a time, or who didn't run away. So no humanoids for the most part. And I would gear my paladin in such a way that it literally didn't matter if I DC'd or not. I would be perfectly fine. The mob would die no matter what. So let's talk about things that you can do. Basically, watch any AoE tanking guide video as a paladin, and that's the gear that you'd basically be wearing pretty much. So for example, I'm missing the trinket from Blackrock Depths. Actually, that might not be a good trinket. I'm missing the trinket from... Oh, God damn it, what is it? The Essence of Fire trinket from Molten Core that causes the targets to take like 14 damage when they attack you. Uther's Strength is just a really good trinket in general. It's actually even good in Phase 6, believe it or not. It's even in PvP. Uther's Trinket is absolutely fucking amazing. It's kind of ridiculous how good this stupid trinket is, especially when it synergizes with all your other toughness. So I have my Demon Forge Breastplate, really good bit of kit. It got spell power ratio behind it. I've got my Skull Flame Shield, also a good bit of kit. It has a spell power ratio behind the heel. Other things you can do, when you get the chance, pick up the crystals in Unguro Crator that give you the equivalent of 10 damage return light Thorns shield from Druid, if that makes any sense. So you have just a constant 10 reflect damage going. So I'm missing like 16 reflect damage, another 10 reflect damage. Actually, what I can do, we'll do this comparison basically. I'll finish off this mob. He's level 55. He's one of these stupid grays. And I'll pause the video and come back with more proper gear. But I want to showcase what this stuff looks like when you actually don't have the proper gear. And you'll notice that took so long that my Blessing of Sanctuary aura is actually getting really low. And keep in mind, if you've been DC'd for like 5 minutes, it just logs you out automatically. Alright, so I'm going to pause the video here and come right back to this spot. With the actual gear that I've been blathering away about. Well, this is odd. So I came out here to Gadgetstan, and this stupid elemental shaman was killing people. So we've killed him twice now. It's kind of weird. You can see it down here. Dingus dies. Dingus dies. Huh. Weird. It was a good fight. Too bad I didn't turn it on. Very good showing of Paladin versus... Elemental Shaman. I'm going to camp him a little bit here, just for good measure. He tried to mount up and get away, but I discombobulated him. It's pretty funny. He nuked the crap out of me, though. Holy crap. I can probably show you on my combat log here. He got me good with some Boomba. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, hey, where's he going? Oh, he's going to make it to town. That's fine. Sheep? No? Yes? Resist? Okay. Yeah, we're not dealing with this crap. Thank you very much. Let's see if I can show the Nuki. Yeah, here we go. Chain lightning. Got me, what is that? A little over 3,000 damage. But then I also had a couple lightning bolts he put into me. Yeah, it sucked. Had to bubble. Is what it is. Turned into like a little bit of a PvP video. It's kind of funny. Anyways, I'm going to get back into town. He's just going to waste his time, basically. I can't help you, bro. Have fun with that. Alright, where the hell were we? Where were we? We wanted to get our stuff. Specifically, I think I'm after... yeah, the Essence of Pure Flame. That would be nice. Do I want anything else? Do I know of anything else? I have found my Crystal Spire over there, which is nice. Reactive Disc? Not the worst thing in the world. I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, let's get out of here then. Yeah, this shaman was, apparently he's killing people in town and using the guards to escape. He's pretty good at it. And yeah, so. Dealing with a dummy. What else we got going on here? Yeah, check this out. Lightning damage, lifesteal, lifesteal, lifesteal. Dead, 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 dead. Pretty funny stuff. Alright, I'll fly back now. Alright, pause the video again. Thought we might have some action there or something, but nope, not really. Yeah, what happened was he managed to get away from the guards outside of town. He was about half mana, but he was full life, and I didn't realize it, but he still had his nuclear on him, so he hit me with a couple lightning bolts, as you can see here. I got a flash of light in, obviously, and then it's a kablow with his burst. I survived the burst like like you're supposed to. Didn't realize I was in full tier 2. I wasn't actually in my PvP gear, so my HP is a little low. But I survived the burst with like a couple hundred HP. I said, screw it, and I bubbled. And at that point, he basically ran out of mana, as shamans do. So you can see he tried to throw down like a fire totem, and then it just didn't end well for him. This is, I think, after his first death. This is him still killing me, and then this is me killing him. And then he resurrected again to try to kill the low levels, because after I killed him the first time, a few low levels showed up. Just a mana war. Standard stuff, really. I swapped over to Improved Concentration Aura, because, well, I have Improved Concentration Aura, I think, in this build. Yeah, this is my PvP spec. My PvP spec has 3 out of 3 Improved Concentration Aura. It has saved my ass on more than one occasion. Fighting shamans when I was ranking, because this was the spec I was using for ranking, right? When I was ranking, basically, I don't like this spec. I need to respec it because it doesn't have any lasting judgment whatsoever. I finally got Drakova to give me his damn gold, so I've only got like 4,000 gold on me right now. Apparently his wife is having some issues, kidney problems. So that's why you don't see him around all that much right now. But yeah, so I get Concentration Aura because specifically when I was ranking, the battlegrounds are absolutely infested with elemental shamans, and then also fire shamans. But really, it's about elemental shamans, as I'm sure you've seen in Drakova videos. And fighting elemental shamans, you really want 3 out of 3 Improved Concentration Aura as this particular type of paladin, because you're basically in this weird RNG war with the elemental shamans, where the elemental shamans, in order to kill you, they really need to get lucky on RNG, and they really need to string together that luck quite a bit, meaning they need to get lucky and then they need to get lucky again, right? Oh, my bad. Hit my mic. They need to get lucky and then they need to get lucky again. Or what they need is they need themselves to get lucky and then you don't get lucky. And by you not getting lucky, I mean like you don't have any crit heals where you should have crit heals. Your heals are low rolling while his attacks are high rolling and critting, if that makes any sense. Because let's find our Holy Light here. See, our Holy Light can heal anywhere from... if it low rolls, it'll heal 200 less HP, and that's actually a really big deal. But if you factor in like improved concentration aura into the mix, the next thing you know, that's just one more element of RNG that can go your way. And it's a little bit too much of RNG for shamans to effectively handle. And subsequently, it ends up saving your life way, way, way more than you think it should. So really like it. I ended up swapping over to that for ranking. Other than that, my standard build has 2 points in Lasting Judgment as opposed to any points in Improved Concentration Aura whatsoever. And instead, that point goes into Toughness. Toughness is actually amazing. I haven't made a video on it, but I did the math on armor, and there is no diminishing returns on armor whatsoever. The way it works is basically every about 550 points of armor. One sec, let me get this set up. I guess it doesn't matter what weapon I have out, does it? Because we're doing a DC test here. Let me get this set up and I can blather away about things while we do this DC test. Yep, I'm going to want the... this is the Crystal Spire from Unguro Crater. Last 10 minutes, good stuff. If I was doing hardcore, I'd have this at all times. There's also an armor buff from Unguro Crater. Good stuff as well. But which is kind of why I'm bringing up talking about armor here. I've also started falling in love with the berries from Fellwood. Because if you didn't notice that, they're absolutely instantaneous. So one of the problems with food buff in PvP is that you have to sit your ass down and wait like a million years for like your 12 stamina food buff. Can find food here real fast. Smoked desert dumplings. Tender wolf steak is more typical. So, you know, sit down, eat for 10 seconds. It'll give you 12 stamina and spirit for 15 minutes. Awesome. Watch these wild berries by comparison. They only give you 10 stamina, but watch how quick it is. Eat. Done. Okay, cool. So I've actually fallen in love with this food buff for PvP. It actually makes gearing a paladin way easier, and it's super good. Like, you can add it to all your macros, especially in, like, battlegrounds and stuff. So you can have, like, a summon battle charger macro or whatever the hell. Like, when you mount. So the sheer act of you mounting causes you to eat this food first and then mount. So you always have your stamina buff up. And it's huge. I've fallen in love with it. Big deal. Because stamina is so hard to find on a paladin. And anywhere we can squeeze extra stamina on our paladin gear lets us get away with all kinds of other things and shenanigans. Oh, did I not bring it? Oh, man, I didn't bring it, did I? I didn't bring my MC trinket. I just put it in the bank with the rest of the damn things. Oh, well, whatever. I guess we're doing this again, but I'm only showcasing it now with whatever. I feel bad now. Ugh, whatever. Come here. Somebody come here. I'm not happy. Yeah, you. Come here. All right. Level 55. Nice, level 54. All right, that'll do. The last mob was like level 54, so we'll just check out how long this lasts. But anyway, I was talking about armor, right? Oh, wrong shield. Boop. There we go. Oh, wrong gear, too. What the fudge? This is a thick obsidian breastplate I have on right now. What are we doing over here, people? We are living... okay. We are coexisting as the Horde and the Alliance. That's acceptable. Go away, dingus. Alright, we should be good. Right? Should be good. We should be alright, boys. Brr. Okay, let's give it a go. I want a level 55 if possible. Yes, I do. Pink. Oh, here's a weird random tip for you. So there's some weird mobs that are... Alright, so... Some mobs have some weird aggro in the game that I'm about to try to describe. I'm going to throw it on a rank 1 here. Just keep him in combat. Alright, so I'm trying to describe some weird aggro scenarios. So there are some scenarios as a paladin where you'll run into like a pack of like humanoid mobs. And what you want to do is you want to maintain aggro on one of them while running away, but not maintaining aggro on the rest of them, so the other guys will F off and you can isolate a mob from the pack. All right, you follow me on this? Now, a lot of times you can get away with doing that via using just like judging righteousness or judging damage on the target. It's single target, yada yada. A lot of times you can get away with doing it just like that. Yeah, we're good, right? Okay. However, there are also a lot of other times where that tactic does not work at all, and for some reason, any aggro that you put on one of the mobs puts aggro on like all of the mobs at the same time. It's really annoying. I don't know how to describe it. Under those circumstances, judging Seal of the Crusader by comparison ends up working a lot better, if that makes any sense. So Seal the Crusader, if you're judging it, will always put aggro on one mob, and it will not share aggro with any of the other mobs around it. Of course, you have to be really careful with it because, you know, when or have a macro where you judge and it cancels your auto attack, which I think is what Drakova does. Or you just judge them without facing them because you don't want to auto attack them, because if you auto attack them, all of them will share aggro with it. The bugs, the elite bugs in Silithus, have this feature, and I have died more than once trying to figure out that it doesn't work that way, and I actually need to judge Crusader on them specifically in order to... This mob is kicking the shit out of me. Look at this. This is impressive. Oh, well, whatever. But I've died more than once, so as a general rule, if I want to keep aggro on something and pull them away, I will always judge Seal the Crusader now. I will never judge damage just because I'm paranoid about that phenomena. I've seen that phenomena, I think, happen with like the gnolls in not Darkshore. Damn it. The human starting location, the second zone. Why is this mob kicking the crap out of me? I must have no procs. Let me guess. We've been sitting here and we've been seeing no Uther Strength procs, no heal procs, no nothing, right? That's what's happening, I bet. How fast? There we go. Thank you. Stupid fucking game sometimes, I swear to God. Right, armor. So the way armor works is there's actually no diminishing returns on it whatsoever. If we die, we die here. That's what happened. If we die, we die. There's no armor whatsoever. What I'm trying to say, there's no diminishing returns whatsoever. It's actually every 550 points of armor roundabout give you... We are actually going to die here. You always have more HP than you think at the end. Uh-oh, someone's helping. No. Thanks. That was really unlucky. I don't think it ever procced. That is absolutely terrifying. I am terrified by that level of dog shit performance on my gear. That is some funny shit. Alright, one sec. Let's try this again. Oh my goodness. We have Wreck Bomb. Oh well, whatever. What's going on out there? Okay, cool. Okay, that's proccing now. Right, so I did the math on it. It's actually every 550 points of armor. It gives you an extra 10% effective HP, to speak in like EVE Online terms. So for example, I have the math. I never made the video, so I actually got pieces of the video. But basically, it was something like at 2,000 points of armor, you end up having like a 32% damage reduction, and then at like 10,000 armor, you end up having like a 65 percent damage reduction. And if you break those numbers down into effective hit HP gain, so for example, at 50% damage reduction, you have a 100% effective HP gain. at 32%, you ended up no, it was like 22%. No, was it 22% armor? Yeah, I remember it was like 32 effective HP gain or something like that. Anyways, if you break it all down into effective HP gain, it's actually very linear. If you don't know about resists work also interestingly. It's every 4.5 resistance is a 1% damage reduction. So 90 resistance is a 45 resists is a 10% damage reduction. 60% is a 15. 90 is a 100%. Not 100%, a 20% damage reduction. Right? It's 10% every 45. But then resists start doing weird things also, like frost spells. Hey, okay, good. Yeah, things are proccing now. Look at this shit. Perfect. Beautiful. Jesus. Well, I guess that's a good showcase of when things work for you and when things don't work for you. God damn. All right, let's finish this guy off and get out of here. I want to show you guys one more thing before I end the video. Let's get a heal on. Let me put on proper gear in case I get stuck in at some point. And get my marshals on here. Okay, that should be good. We're good. Proper gear. I'm not going to be unhappy getting stuck in with this. All right, we're fine. All right, cool. What the hell did I want to talk about there? Yeah, resistances are a little weird in the sense that depending upon the type of spell damage that's slamming into you, it has different properties. So, for example, frost spells, they only ever fully resist or no resistance whatsoever. It's either 0% or 100%, and it's nothing in between. Frost and fire are basically the weird boys out on that one, basically. Frost is either 0% or 100% resisted, nothing in between. And fire is a completely different animal, where once you start getting over like 100 fire resist, that's not true. Fire resistance, fire resist is weighed very heavily towards the middle numbers. So by the time you start getting around 200, it's about 150 fire resist. By the time you get around like 150 fire resist, you start noticing that you're never seeing 0% resists. And the reason for that is because fire spells never 100% resist. They never 100% resist. You'll never see resisted and take no damage from a fire spell whatsoever. You always take damage from a fire spell, period. But what that means is that once your fire resist starts going up high enough, you almost never see the 0% resist anymore. It's always 25, 50, or 75% resisted. And that's why, for this reason, frost resist is significantly less effective against frost mages. But once you stack frost resist into Oblivion, it becomes super effective against frost mages. However, fire resist only needs to go up round about 150, 160 fire resist, and then you start noticing that fire spells just don't do F all to you anymore. Because the math there is just really, what's the word I'm looking for? Consistent, yeah. All right, so I'm going to open up my Diablo 2, and this might be really, really loud, but I just want to show you guys that I am actually, and have been for a long time, a hardcore player here. So hopefully this isn't too bad. Oh my god, it's so bad. Stop. Please. Alright, see this? This? Are we good? Okay, cool. Let me get out of here. It's so bad. I hate Diablo 2 for that. You can't turn down the initial volume on the damn thing. At least not that I know of. So it always tries to murder me. But if you saw there, I've got a bunch of hardcore characters in Diablo 2. I played Diablo 2 hardcore for years. I know a thing or two about hardcore. I hate playing online because DC sucks. How you get away with it online is you have like these quick logout macros where it's like if your player drops below insert certain percent health threshold here, like 50%. If your player ever drops below 50% life for any reason, the game automatically logs you out instantaneously. And that's like an add-on macro that you can have that a lot of people play with. I don't like playing with add-ons. Not really my cup of tea. So I just do my whole... I just play hardcore solo. Everyone plays hardcore solo anyways. Puggy is absolutely amazing for playing hardcore solo. No, I don't play the new Diablo 2 stuff. I don't care that much about it. Anyways, I'll end the video here. And Deus Vult Boys, those are my thoughts on hardcore and how to deal with it specifically as a paladin, and then, general with the whole DI thing. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you got any better ideas. Deus Vult Boys.